Welcome to Michigan Condo Voices, where real co-owners and real Michigan communities come together. We break down the issues that matter most with clarity and transparency. Let's get into today's episode.
Hi, everyone. This is Stephanie with Michigan Condo Voices. Can a condominium association enforce its bylaws against a co-owner while ignoring its own procedures? A Michigan court case involving the Tuscany Grove Association versus Gasperoni helps answer that question. This case highlights an important principle in condominium governance. Associations must follow their own governing documents before taking legal action. In this case, a co-owner made certain improvements to the property, including structures that the association believed violated the condominium bylaws. The association responded by filing a lawsuit against the co-owner, asking the court to order the removal of those improvements. At first glance, this might seem like a typical condominium dispute. Associations often bring legal action when they believe a co-owner has violated the governing documents. However, the case took an unexpected turn when the court examined how the association decided to file the lawsuit in the first place. When the court reviewed the case, it looked closely at the condominium association's own bylaws. Those bylaws contained a provision requiring approval from a supermajority of co-owners before the association could initiate certain types of litigation using association funds. In other words, the board could not automatically file a lawsuit on behalf of the association. It first needed to obtain approval from the required percentage of co-owners. In this situation, that approval had not been obtained prior to filing the lawsuit. Because of this, the court concluded that the association had not followed the procedures required in its own governing documents before bringing the case. As a result, the court dismissed the lawsuit. The decision did not focus on whether the co-owner's improvements actually violated the bylaws. Instead, the case turned on a procedural issue. The association had failed to follow the requirements written in its own governing documents before initiating litigation. This case matters because it illustrates an important principle in condominium governance. Associations are responsible for enforcing the governing documents, but they must also comply with those same documents when making decisions. If bylaws require specific steps, such as co-owner approval before filing a lawsuit, those steps must be followed. Court cases like this help clarify how Michigan courts interpret condominium governing documents when disputes arise. In this series, we continue examining Michigan condominium cases to better understand how condominium law is applied in real-life situations. Take care, everyone. Thanks for listening.